You're listening to the Turi Ryder's She Said What podcast. I'm Turi, along with Marci Persky. In this installment, we apologize for making fun of old people now that we've figured out we are the old people. Also, a hot rod celebration visits Marci's neighborhood. A little too hot.
Apparently this weekend is either the 100th birthday of Route 66 or the start of summer-long festivities celebrating Route 66. I do know at least 3 little towns up here have celebrations, parades, all this kind of stuff going on. And so Williams, our little town, which is right on Route 66, is having a hot rod show. I can't stop laughing.
What?
There are hundreds of souped-up, brand-new-looking cars owned primarily by guys in their 80s because they have the money to do so. And I told my daughter that, sure, I'll go this morning at 9 a.m. and walk the 3 miles of hot rods. Well, it was 86 degrees at 9 a.m. this morning.
Okay.
And this was right on Route 66, which goes through the middle of Williams.
I've been there.
And it's black tar, which makes it even more
96 degrees,
comfortable.
106 degrees.
I have to tell you, I'm really proud. I made it for like a mile and a half.
That's impressive.
And then I was like, dude, I see a chair in the shade across the street, and I'm calling it. Go get the car and come pick me up.
It's not, there aren't a lot of streets in that town. How did she get to you with all the hot rods parked up and down the street? And then how do you get through?
She went through the residential area. There's a stop sign on every street, so it takes forever.
Yeah.
But there was no traffic.
Okay.
So she came and picked me up, of course, with tons of grumbling. And drove us home. And I'm so dead now. I'm so dead now.
Isn't a mile and a half of hot rods the same as 3 miles of hot rods?
I get a feeling that you would say something like that. No, they were all different. And there was like this really cool Bronco that I took a picture of for Frankie. That's the only picture I took. But here's the kicker to all this. 2-year-old Kane, the grandchild,
loves him.
Walked the whole way.
Oh.
He would not get in his stroller. And I was thinking, if only I had a smaller butt, I would ride in the stroller and let them push me. But yeah, so I'm sitting there with a stroller with no kid in it, just my water bottle, which I didn't want to carry around because it suddenly got really heavy. And I'm ready to take a shower and go to bed.
Well, it's funny you should mention that because yesterday I did what used to be considered just a regular day of stuff with a little extra driving. And I got some work done for the show on Sunday and a little editing, and then drove up to the fancy suburb of Glencoe for a really excellent play at a really excellent theatrical structure that I'd never seen before, mostly because I avoid the fancy part of Chicago if I possibly can. And by the time I got home, I mean, I should not be this tired. I should not be this tired. And I want to send my apologies to all the old people that I mocked for years for getting tired at 6 o'clock at night. Now, mind you, it was 10 o'clock at night for me, but that's 6 o'clock at night for most people. And the spousal unit said, "Would you like a hug?" And I said, "No, I want to go to bed."
That was us last night. We were both so tired from all this stuff that we did. We're like yelling at each other. And then we both stopped like, why are we yelling at each other?
Because you want to go to bed.
Because we were like toddlers, overtired.
That's it.
Yeah, well, that's how we feel right now. And luckily, my husband's well aware. And he's getting ready to take out windows. So now I have to find a place to sleep where I won't be attacked by birds, bugs, or 86-degree heat.
You may have to leave the country.
I may have to. I mean, the worst thing I could possibly think of would be going over to the kids' house right behind us, where there is air conditioning, but also 2 dogs, a cat, a toddler, and all kinds of junk.
You're totally desperate, aren't you?
That is desperation. But yeah, the new windows are finally going in this weekend.
Oh, speaking of new windows, I saw a really cute video on my Facebook social media post, and I thought of you because it's a wildlife rescue center, and she has some kind of pliniated red-headed woodpecker. I don't remember the name of it, but she's feeding it. On every level, this would have made sense to you. She said that she has to have the towel on her chest because woodpeckers don't perch; they hang. So it
Right.
hangs on the towel, and she had a bowl of worms for it, mealworms that she's feeding it, and the bird is picking at the worms. And she said, "You know, I must be out of my mind. I've got a woodpecker hanging on my chest and eating worms, and I think this is great." And then she said, "And we don't know what happened to it." You would have loved this. We don't. You don't know. He may have flown into a window, or he may have tried to peck a stainless steel siding. And I thought, Marci's house. You're responsible for this pliniated red-headed woodpecker that's dazed and confused and underweight. You're the
Probably.
reason.
Well, that big picture window is going. So hopefully, from this day forward, birds will fly into the blocks of wood between each window instead of straight through the picture window. We shall see.
Well, do you love a pliniated red-headed woodpecker enough to let it hang on your chest and eat a bowl of worms?
No, but I would love other things enough to let them
Hang on your chest? You have a husband who's 25 years younger than you are. Why can't you have him hang? Why isn't that good enough?
I have a cat who's 6 years old now and still, even 6 years down the road, thinks I'm his mother.
Yes.
And when he comes in from doing whatever he does outside,
Yes.
I'm sure there's a killing field somewhere. He tries to suckle me.
Yeah, well, that's because I heard that's because he was removed from his mother too soon. That's why.
Well, I don't know that he was. I think he's
just
I just
kinky.
think he's a typical guy, even though he has no man business.
Well, the typical guys who would be attracted to you would be typical guys who are into that, because if they were into, say, butts, you'd be off their calendar altogether. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you only
Exactly.
get one kind of typical guy.
But anyway, back to the windows.
Yes.
As you know, our house is well hidden behind many trees. You can't see it from the road.
True.
You don't really know it's there. But my master carpenter husband, who's putting in these windows this weekend, said, well, I'm going to put them in, and whatever the word is, he's going to make them stay there, but he's not going to make them look nice. He doesn't want to do any trim work. And he said, I'll make them look nice by the end of the summer. And
Ooh.
all I could think of is, I don't care if anyone can't see them. I will see them, and it will drive me
Bananas.
nuts.
Yeah. No, I don't think this is a good plan.
No, but I'm pretty sure it's what's going to happen because I can't do the trim. And I've got that shelf with all my cool stuff above the windows.
Yeah.
That's coming out. I got to pack up all my cool stuff. Yeah, it's just going to be like windows.
Do any of them open?
I hope not.
You hope not.
Well, because what happened to the other openable windows is that a baby went through one, just like knocked the screen out and climbed out the window. And big old Jerry, the dog, went through the other one.
Aha.
Same way. So we need metal bars like inner city, New York things. We can still let air in, but children and animals can't escape.
Huh. So, to recap,
Yeah, I know.
ugly windows that are propped in there, that don't open, that require your shelf of junk to be dispersed all over your house.
Not junk, beautiful items. My Joey Ramone statue and my talking Yoda and Bon Jovi statue.
I still can't believe you found 3 men to marry you in your lifetime. This is amazing to me.
Yeah,
But
I'm
I don't know if
special.
you didn't have the Joey Ramone statue through all of your marriages. That came later.
That came with this one.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
good because
It came with my deadhead marriage.
all I can think of to say is if you whine and complain hard enough, he'll probably make them look nice before the end of summer. Plus, you live in Arizona. When the hell does summer end? December?
Oh, no, we get snow up here. We'll see. Our climate is changing.
If I
without-
really wanted my windows to be trimmed and look nice, I would march in with a calendar and say, summer ends in 2 weeks.
Unfortunately, it's like starting way early for us.
The hot rods, by the way, if this is
Hot
what's
rods
going on.
brought the heat.
Yeah. Or I was going to say, if it's this hot this early, the hot rods are just going to be exploding like Jiffy Pop all over your freeways and byways. They're all going to
Welcome Route
overheat.
66. Like the movie Cars.
Well, we saw the thing for cars, the little museum of things
Yes.
on the way on Route 66. But no, if these cars have all been souped up, but they're expecting to be driving in 70-degree heat, and instead they're on blacktop at 95, there's going to be broken radiator hoses from here to Las Vegas.
They're just parked. And I question how many of them actually move.
Ooh,
I think a lot of them came in on the backs of trailers or inside, toy movers or whatever.
I think you have to be able to drive them.
I saw one driving down the road and I almost shot its tires out, but I didn't have anything to shoot with because it was so loud. None of these have mufflers on them, I guess. That's part of being a street rod or a hot rod or whatever kind of rod.
Trying to imagine how the spouse of someone who is 85 years old and spends his time souping up a car.
Hopefully she's like on
Deaf.
some island somewhere sipping on a margarita with her girlfriends while her husbands sit out at 86 degrees hot pavement and talk about their cars.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be around for that. I think I'd be a you do you wife at that point.
But there were people that did give the baby canned little Matchbox cars, and he was very excited by those.
Oh, good. All right. Well, all's well that melts well, I suppose. This is usually the part where we thank you and I suggest you buy my book, She Said What? A Life on the Air. But we've decided that at least one of you deserves some sort of prize for listening. I have no idea exactly what it will be, but it will feature the words Captain Oblivious on it. And all you have to do to win is send an email to Turi at shebopsproductions.com with a short description of whatever your partner or friend or boss or somebody who ought to be paying attention failed to notice, and your mailing address. Marci and I will pick out the best one, and that will be the winner. You have until August 31st, 2026 to enter, and you have to live in the USA because I don't send things over borders. Good luck.